hate Screencastify, and here's why. Yesterday, the video that I started for our class, that was a long note session. It stopped in the middle. So I had to redo those. That's so frustrating. Canvas actually records the screen for us if we would unlock that feature, so you guys could all record your screen. It'd be so great, but we don't have an option for that. So I think we have 6 or 7 examples. We're just going to practice writing word problems. Your homework is short and sweet. You'll have time to work on your Edulastic linear equations. So a new 1-year membership at RecPlex costs $160. A registration fee of $28 is paid up front, and the rest is paid monthly. So how much do new memberships pay, or how much do new members pay each month? So the question, define the variable. When we say define the variable is always the question. So the question is this: how much do new members pay each month? So I'm going to say let X be the amount members pay each month. Now I know that's super specific, but I'm just trying to be real specific with you. Determine the constant. Someone tell me what a constant is. Constant is just Tessa.
Something that doesn't change.
Yeah, it's the number on here that's not going to change. Okay, so it's probably going to be like our flat fee or upfront cost. What is that? What's the constant in this? Do you see it? The $28. And then it says, what is the rate? Look for each per. Well, we really don't have a rate in this one. We're trying to find it. Okay. But we are looking at something that's paid per month. And we are talking about 1 year. So how many months are in a year? So we could say our rate is 12. So if I wanted to write an equation for this, just one variable, what's that going to look like? What do you think? How would you do this? In my brain, I would take 160 and subtract 28 from that, and then divide that by 12. That's what I would do in my brain. Isn't that would anybody else do that? Like the total membership is $160. You have to pay 28 up front, and then the rest of it is broken up into months. But I have to make it an equation, right? So I have to say it equals what? The variable. So I'm going to let it equal X. Now, what I really wrote, like that's how my brain processes it, but what I really wrote is the total fee equals $12 times 12 times the number of the amount I pay each month, because there are 12 months, minus my upfront fee, plus my upfront fee. That's what I really wrote, but I think those are exactly the same. So in my brain, because I think sometimes you guys struggle with writing an equation. So I know that I have to pay $160, but I pay 28 up front. 160 minus 28. And then I'm going to divide it into the number of months. Divide by 12. You guys do that, and then you're like, oh, that's not an equation, I don't know what to do. Just set it equal to your variable. And then if you need to put it in like a point slope form or something, some kind of like linear, think about what you did. So if I were to subtract 28 from both sides and then divide by 12, I would get the exact same equation over there. Okay? So how much am I going to pay per month? That's really the question. How much am I going to pay per month? So the easy way is right here, 160 minus 28, that's 132, divided by 12, 11 equals X. So I will pay $11 per month. Right? Isn't 160 minus? Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, I'm pretty sure, 99.7%. Okay. So B, Juan's cell phone company charges $35 a month for the phone service plus 50 cents for each text message. Holy cow, if I had to pay 50 cents per text message on my children's plan, I would never have anything because they text like constantly, right? That would be so ridiculous. So how many text messages does he send in a month? So let's talk about the variable. What are we trying to find? What's the variable? I just underlined it. The variable is the question. Someone tell me what I want to say. What's the variable? You can use whatever variable you want. We just need to say what it stands for. Are you awake? What do you think, Macy? So how about if we let X equal the number? Because that's what we're trying to find, the number of text messages. And when we solve it, that'll tell us how many, okay? Is there a constant in here? Is there a like flat fee, something that we know we have to pay every month? The $35, yeah, that's our like flat monthly fee. What is the rate? Something that we have to do per or each. Yeah, the 50 cents. I'm just going to write 0.5. So if I write an equation, let's see. I know that my total bill is $52, and that equals my 50 cents per, that's my slope, 50 cents per plus the 35. We have been working with slope intercept. So typically what you're thinking is why the total bill equals 0.5x plus 35. And then I say to you, hey, the total bill is $52. How much is that? That's really what we're doing. We're just kind of skipping that whole y part. I'm telling you what the total bill is. So when I subtract 35 from both sides, I believe I get 17. 17 equals 0.5x. Divide both sides by 0.5. And I think I find out that I send 34 text messages in 1 month, which is really, how many text messages do you send a day? Anyone on the given? Hundreds? At least 20 probably, right? Or I would say I probably send at least 15, and I don't think I'm super like connected. It's just kind of touching base with my kids every day. So that'd be ridiculous if you had to pay 50 cents a text. Okay. Thank God for unlimited data. All right. Friendship soccer team purchased uniforms and equipment. So the total cost is $912. This is usually what when we set an equation, usually Y represents the total, but we already know what the total is. That's why we're not using two variables here, okay? The equipment costs $612. That's my flat fee, plus $25 per, or $25 for each uniform. The question, how many uniforms did they buy? So let's let X equal the number of uniforms. X is the number of uniforms. So what's that equation going to look like? I'm going to start with the total because I always do. That's how my brain works. 912 equals what? Yep. Plus. Perfect. So when I subtract 612 from both sides, I get 300 equals 25x. Divide both sides by 25. Let's see, 25 goes in 100 4 times. So 4 times 3 is 12 equals x. So they bought 12 uniforms. They bought 12 uniforms. All right. Are we doing okay? Can I keep going? Coffee shop sells a refill mug for $8.95, and each refill costs $1.50. Last month, Jaleesa spent $26.95 on a mug and refills. How many refills did she buy? So X is my question, number of refills. Someone give me an equation for that. What do you have, Rosie?
So 26.95 equals 1.5x plus 8.95.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm kind of being lazy. I'm not really showing the next step. I'm just saying it out loud. So if I subtract 8.95 from both sides, I get $18. 18 equals 1.5x. So here's how I think about this. 1.5 times 2 is 3, right? 3 goes into 18 6 times. And then I have to double that because I doubled the 1.5. So I think that she bought 12 refills. But someone can do that on a calculator and tell me if I'm close. Evan, did I get it right? Did you check it? Cool. Okay. E. The bill for the repair of a computer was $179. That's the total bill. The cost for the part was $44 and the labor was $45 per, that's my slope, per hour. How many hours did it take? So I'm going to let X equal number of hours because my variable is always the question. How many hours? So who can give up me an equation? Someone different. Miss Lorelai. Yeah, 179 equals 45x plus 44. Perfect. So when I subtract 44 from both sides, I get 135 equals 45x. 45 times 2 is 90. 90 plus 45 is 135. So 3 equals x. 3 hours. I try to never use a calculator, ever. I try to keep my brain like sharp. All right. Elk Grove Bowling offers a special. Each game costs $2.50. And so that's the each. And shoe rental, this is my flat fee of $2. I spend a total of $14.50. How many games did I bowl? So I'm going to let X equal the number of games. Who wants to give me an equation? $14.5 equals, I'm sorry, I started with the wrong number. 2.5 x plus 2. Perfect. Sorry about that. I was dragging behind. So let's see. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides in my brain. So that gives me 12.5 equals 2.5x. Let's see. I know that 25 goes into, like, I think about that 2.5 as 25 cents. 25 cents makes $1 4 times, right? 4 quarters and $1. And then if I look at, because I just moved the decimal over once, so if I move the other one over once, I have $1.25. So that's 5. 5 equals X. So I think I bowled 5 games. Did I do that right? Is someone checking our math here? Whenever I see 25, regardless of where the decimals is, I think of quarters and manipulate it. Probably because I was a restaurant manager for so long and I handled money all the time. I don't know. So the sum of the measures of the angles of all triangles is 180. That is a true fact. If one angle angle of a triangle measures 45 and the other two angles are equal. So I'm going to draw a picture for you just to maybe help your brain. So these two angles are, that's a horrible picture. Let me try that again, because I need that to be small. This is 45 and these two angles are the same. Those two angles are the same. And I know that the total is 180. Can someone come up with an equation for that? Evan, what did you get? Yeah, I think that's awesome. 180 equals 2x plus 45. When I subtract 45 from both sides, I have 135 equals 2x. Let's see, 2 goes into 13 6 times with a remainder of 1. 2 goes into 15 7 times, 0.5. 67.5 equals x. Someone check that. 67, 1, 20, 34, 35. Yep, that's right. Okay. I think this is our last one. No, it's not. I think I've said that twice. Okay. 4 baskets in the, okay. So I copied questions off the internet and sometimes I try to change the names when they're names that I can't say or whatever. So I changed the name to Sandra, but I didn't change the pronouns in half this question. I'm so sorry. So Sandra scores 4 baskets in his first game. And then I changed it to she. So just go with it. I'm so sorry. I was reading this morning and I was like, oh my gosh. So Sandra scores 4 baskets, then scores the same number in the next 3 games. Sandra made a total of 19 baskets. How many baskets did she score in the 3 games? So I scored 4 baskets plus the same number in the next 3 games for a total of 19. So how many baskets did she score in each of the, I'll say they. How many baskets did they score in each of the next 3 games? Anyone? 5, yeah. We subtract 4 from both sides and we get 3x equals 15, x equals 5, yeah. You and 3 friends.
Please pardon the announcement. Bus 259 just arrived. Please allow those students in class. Thank you.
That's Alexis's bus. Okay. You and 3 friends go to the town carnival. You have a coupon for $20 off, and that will save your group money. If the total bill to get into the carnival was $100, how much does one regular ticket price cost? How many tickets are you buying? It's you and 3 of your friends. So you're buying 4 tickets, 4 times the regular cost, but you have a coupon for $20 off. And you only spent $100. That's what that looks like. You're trying to figure out the cost of a regular ticket price. So what are we getting? What'd you decide? It's correct. Add 20 to both sides. 4x equals 120. X equals 30. Will someone let Miss Alexis in? Thank you. Are you going on that trip? Okay, cool. I'm going to change attendance in 2 hot seconds, my dear. So I want to tell you how I thought about this question, honestly, because I use coupons all the time. So 4 people are saving a total of $20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. This is just how my brain thought about it. So each person gets $5 off their bill. And if 4 people, for 4 people, it cost them $100. So 100 divided by 4 is 25, but I took $5 off their bill. So the original price is 30. Now, I don't know if that works for you, but that's kind of how I thought about that. Again, that doesn't make an equation for me, but it does give you another way to think about something. I'm going to give you the answers to last night's homework. I'm going to come and peek at it, and then I'm going to, so you can check it. So we finished filling it out. I need to change attendance. and then I'm going to throw you my copy of notes. You can just have them. And then, Staley, will you do me a favor and give everyone a copy of this? So this is your homework. I know it looks like a lot. It really isn't. I promise you it should take you less than 20 minutes. It really should take you less than 20 minutes. I promise, I promise. I did not feel like I had enough room to do my work on that paper, so I did it on a separate sheet of paper, but if you feel like you can squeeze your answers in there, you go right ahead. Ooh, let me stop our video. That's probably why it always shuts off on me because I don't never stop it. Okay.